We're in some dramatic new video of the Mexican Navy netting its largest cocaine bust in years. Portions of the video show officers intercepting several boats just south of Puerto Vallarta. Investigators say several tons of cocaine were seized from two different operations. So let's bring in NewsNation border correspondent Ali Bradley live in Del Rio, Texas. That's where much of these illegal drugs enter the U.S. Ali, what more are you learning?
Yeah, hey, Nichole. So we're talking about cocaine by the boatload being seized in the Pacific Ocean. And sources within Homeland Security investigations tell us that aside from the drugs that are going to stay in Mexico for the cartel's consumption, those drugs that we're talking about were most likely bound for the United States. So let's get to that very dramatic video that you're referencing there from the Mexican Navy. They're showing authorities seizing more than 7 tons of what is believed to be cocaine. Now, this massive bust was carried out over 2 operations, both on the Pacific Ocean. This happened near the coast of Michoacan. It is an area plagued by cartel violence. So one of these clips shows a boat chasing the Mexican Navy is chasing this boat. So officers intercepted 3 speedboats. They nabbed their biggest load of the current administration, seizing 126 packages containing 5.6 tons of suspected cocaine. The other shows naval patrol boats and a helicopter scooping up 32 packages that were floating in the water that contained about 1.6 tons of what they suspect to be cocaine as well. Now, the Navy did report that 15 suspects were arrested in this operation, and at least 1,000 tons of fuel, Nichole, 1,000 liters of fuel were also seized in this operation. So we got the Mexican Navy out there chasing after these speedboats, apprehending this cocaine, and of course, now the Mexican federales have it in their custody. Nichole.
All right, so Ali, this seized in Mexican waters of the Pacific Ocean there, but what is the threat of these drugs actually making it into the U.S.?
Yeah, okay. Unfortunately, it's happening each and every day. There are drugs flowing across our southern border from Mexico, and we want to highlight a few of these busts that actually just happened recently at this port that I'm standing in front of. So the first one here, just days ago, nearly $500,000 worth of suspected cocaine seized from within the floorboards of an SUV. This driver was trying to enter the U.S. This was a 37-pound load. It was discovered during a secondary inspection. Just a few days before that, 21 pounds of cocaine discovered in a pickup truck being driven by a 24-year-old U.S. citizen. Homeland Security is currently investigating. The busts just keep on coming, though. Down in the Rio Grande Valley in Brownsville, 34 pounds of cocaine hidden throughout a vehicle driven by a 38-year-old U.S. citizen who lives in Mexico. That one held a street value of more than $460 grand. And just 4 days ago at the Rio Grande City port of entry, look at this, more than $3 million worth of coke nabbed in a single enforcement action. 228 pounds of the drug were being hauled in a shipment of charcoal, Nichole. So agents and officers, though, tell me that they just don't have the capabilities to scan every single vehicle. They're only looking at about 2% of these passenger vehicles and about 14% of these cargo vehicles. The Biden administration has talked about expanding those X-ray capabilities. They've worked on that at some of the ports. But yeah, some of these drugs, unfortunately, are still getting through. Americans aren't dying off of interdicted drugs, right? So we did reach out to CBP. We tried to get an interview with Homeland Security Investigations. The agency, Nichole, told us that 2 hours is not a big enough window for them to give us an interview. So we have to wait on that one, Nichole.
Okay, all right. Ali Bradley live for us there in Del Rio. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your screen. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.